You ever scroll through Netflix like it's the universe's most judgmental Tinder and think, is there nothing good to watch anymore? Yeah, same. But buckle in, because what we're about to unpack is basically the antidote to that very crisis of faith. This is the era where streaming giants forgot audiences forgot sleep, and Netflix quietly declared itself the overlord of binge culture once again. So, here we go. The top 10 Netflix web series of 2025 and 2026. The ones that made you cancel plans, ignore loved ones, and question your life choices. All for the sake of just one more episode. Let's start with the show that turned pressure into an art form. Squid Game Season 3. You thought the first season was just a viral moment? Classic rookie mistake. By season 3, the creators somehow sweat more intrigue, more betrayal, and yes, slightly less hope into the coffee-stained souls of its characters. Imagine if high-stakes children's games were directed by someone who really, really hates you. This season cranks the psychological torment dial up to I can't even trust that man with a lollipop, as new contestants and veterans clash in games that feel like they were invented during corporate performance reviews. It's brutal. It's brilliant, and every episode feels like a dare. Can you handle this? Spoiler alert, you can't. But you'll pretend you can. Then there's Wednesday, Season 2, which walks into your watch list like it's Goth royalty, and you're still trying to figure out if you're cool enough to sit at the same table. The first season leaned into macabre school vibes, and the second one doubles down without apology. Imagine if a teenage sleuth with a passion for deadpan humor had to navigate everything from family drama to witch politics. That's this season in a bowl. The plot weaves a spooky mystery, some awkward romance, and enough deadpan one-liners to make a Halloween party blush. It's basically nostalgia dipped in black lipstick. Speaking of nostalgia, Stranger Things Season 5 finally brings the endgame to a saga built on Walkman tapes, telekinetic angst, and monster nostalgia. This is where all those tiny threads from Hawkins past collide with cosmic threats bigger than your childhood fear of the basement. It's big. It's loud. It's emotionally manipulative in the best way. Like someone who learned from every 80s blockbuster and then asked, what if we made it feel? If you've been along for the ride since the Upside Down was just a theory and not a lifestyle choice, this season delivers closure you didn't know you needed, pivoting from sci-fi chills to the arm murders, which is exactly the kind of Nordic noir that makes you realize cold weather isn't just a climate, it's a mood. This one drops you into a snowy Swedish town where secrets are buried deeper than last winter's snowfall. You get a tangled web of suspects, a protagonist whose poker face could star in its own series, and a crime that unravels like a sweater found in the back of a closet, messy but impossible to ignore. Think of it as Midsommar meets murder mystery, minus the flower crowns and with significantly more interrogations. While we're in European territory, The Monster of Florence takes true crime obsession to its creepy, twisting core. Based on real events that shook Italy, this series peels back the layers of a chilling case with a kind of meticulous pacing that convinces you to check the locks twice. It's investigative, eerie, and soaked in a dread that lingers like that one song you accidentally looped. The show doesn't just retell a story, it immerses you in the tension, the uncertainty, and that uncomfortable feeling of what if this was happening next door. Now, if you need something that punches you right in the cultural pride, Kurukshetra delivers a mythic binge that feels like it was forged in narrative fireworks. Imagine epic battles, larger-than-life characters, and a retelling of ancient warfare that makes every battle scene look like it's being choreographed by someone whose favorite hobby is explosions. This isn't just storytelling. It's storytelling with a megaphone, a cape, and a soundtrack that insists you pay attention. We shift gears in a wildly adorable, slightly chaotic direction with Man vs. Baby. Yes, you heard that right. This delightful concoction traps otherwise competent adults in the adorable prison of childcare. It's less about plot and more about the universal truth that babies are secretly tyrants in cute outfits. And any adult who claims otherwise is lying. It's heartwarming without being syrupy, chaotic without being exhausting, and equal parts funny and tender. It's basically parenting for people who thought they were immune to responsibility. Spoiler, no one is immune. Then comes Unspeakable Sins, a series whose title alone dares you to look away. And of course, you didn't. This one dives deep into moral ambiguity, secrets people swear they buried, and choices that make you whisper, what were they thinking? To your screen. Every character feels like a ticking time bomb, and every episode wraps you in tension like a blanket made of razor wire. It's one of those shows that gives you second-hand embarrassment for folks you've never met. from complicated morality to interpersonal drama of mythic proportions. The Roshans sweep you up in a multi-generational saga of power, loyalty, and dysfunctional family dinners that could fuel an entire academic paper. This isn't just a show you watch. It's one you experience with subtle nods of recognition every time someone says something vaguely dramatic and you go, yep, bam with a plot, threads win together like a tapestry stitched by someone who really understands secrets. Finally, The Night Agent Season 3. If espionage had to resume, this would be the part where it lists high-stakes, impossible choices, and plot twists sharp enough to cut glass. The show drops you into a world of government secrets, moral labyrinths, and tension thicker than unspoken feelings at a family reunion. Season 3 throws even more shadowy deals and ticking clocks at its characters, somehow making politics feel like a thriller and thrilling you in the process. It's smart, it's slick, and it's the kind of show that makes you pay attention to every line like there's a hidden code in the dialogue. And there you have it, 10 wild rides through mystery, myth, mayhem, and more. From dystopian games that mock your survival instincts to babies who seem to be plotting world domination. These series prove one thing. Netflix in 2025 and 2026 didn't just serve content, it unleashed it. So grab your snacks, silence your notifications, and remember, if your friends stop texting you, it's probably because they're watching the same stuff. And maybe, just maybe, they've already hit next episode.